Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Thursday, November 16th, 2023. I am Brantley Swanston Hendrickson.
We did have a homecoming for Culturama 40. It was a huge success, and we are expecting an even bigger success. We are expecting a massive success for Culturama 50. And ever since we would have billed it as a homecoming, the interest has been increasing, especially with our Nivisians who are living in the diaspora. Persons who were here for Culturama, those who I would have gotten the chance to speak to, all promised that they will be back for next year, and they're bringing many other persons with them.
Minister of Culture, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, speaking during a recent sitting of the Nevis Island Assembly on Monday, November 6, 2023. Minister Evelyn is encouraging persons to book their accommodations early for Culturama 50.
I want to remind persons in the diaspora, and of course, this is not just for Nivisians, but for visitors who will be thinking of coming to Culturama next year, we are reminding you that you ought to book your tickets early. You ought to ensure that you reserve your vacation early, because I'm assuming that persons who will be coming will not just be coming for a weekend, but will come for the entire festival, since it is a homecoming and it's a milestone. We are asking you as well to try to reserve your accommodation. For those of you who do not have accommodation, those of you who do not have a house here, those of you who may not have relatives who have the accommodation for you, we're asking you to start booking your accommodation early. And the reason why I'm saying that, the reason why I'm sounding this warning, is because many persons have already been booking their accommodation.
Culturama 50 is being celebrated under the slogan Celebrating Culture, Embracing History. It's Culturama 50. Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, will hold his next press conference on Thursday, November 23rd. The press conference will be held at the Cabinet Room on the second floor of the Social Security Building at Pennis Estate. Premier Brantley will provide an update on matters pertaining to Nevis, and members of the press will have the opportunity to ask questions. The Premier's press conference will be broadcast live from 10 a.m. on Nevis Television NTV, Channel 99, Nevis Television Facebook page, and Nevis Newscast YouTube channel. Still to come.
It is about creating an elite group of young people who will obviously become the captains of industry and commerce and be leading our efforts in the next generation.
The details after this break.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back.
What we are seeking to do is to get the successful men in the community to transmit some of their skills and attitudes to young people so that they themselves would become very good people in the near future.
Member of the advisory board of the Boys Mentorship Program, Hensley Daniel, having piloted the Boys Mentorship Program at the Nevis International Secondary School over the past year, the Department of Gender Affairs is now seeking to expand the program and is recruiting men in Nevis who can serve as mentors.
The mentorship program is an attempt to create in Nevis a new kind of personality, a new kind of leadership to ensure that the next generation of young men, the next generation of young leaders is not left to chance. So that is why we have paired them with mentors who can offer some guidance, some direction, and in general, some help. It is about creating an elite group of young people who will obviously become the captains of industry and commerce and be leading our efforts in the next generation.
An orientation session for prospective mentors, scheduled for November 29th, will be facilitated by the members of the advisory board of the Boys Mentorship Program, which include professional counselor Jasmine Brown, Mario Phillip of the Department of Gender Affairs, and private sector representative Agnola Hendrickson.
We are aware of a rising tide of individualism right across the world and in our society. So our mentorship program is to arrest the trend by helping the successful men in the community to peer them with mentees so that they then transmit some of those skills to them. And that is why we have training programs for them, and we have a training program, an orientation program for mentors. We engage the parents, and we look forward to meeting this new group in the new year.
Interested persons should contact the Department of Gender Affairs at 469-5521 extension 6750 or Jasmine Brown at 665-8601 for more information. The University of the West Indies Global Campus St. Kitts and Nevis site celebrated the achievements of its graduates with a recognition ceremony and watch party on Saturday, November 11th. The event was held at the Royal St. Kitts Hotel under the patronage of Governor General Her Excellency Dame Marcella Liebert. 35 persons graduated with Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Education degrees, one with a postgraduate diploma, 8 with Master of Science degrees, and 1 with a Doctor of Education degree. The ceremony featured congratulatory remarks from Lisa Romaine Archibald Pistana, Permanent Secretary in the Federal Ministry of Education, and Kevin Barrett, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education in the Nevis Island Administration. Jehan Williams Knight, President of the St. Kitts and Nevis UWI Alumni Association, welcomed the graduates to the UWI Alumni Association and encouraged them to stay connected and engaged with their alma mater. Nicole Johnson, who graduated with a Master of Science in Management Studies, delivered the vote of thanks on behalf of the graduates and expressed their appreciation to the UWI Global Campus faculty and staff, as well as family and friends. Head of Site, Gail Gray Phillip, presented the graduates with UWI memorabilia as a token of recognition and celebration. The ceremony was chaired by 2022 graduate Nikita Liebert. And that's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.